had a deal for $6.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to an interesting discussion sometimes. It's Christian, and I'm here again with the regular boys, Tarun, Haran, and Harsha. This is episode 31. Fun fact, 31 was the first number I ever had in basketball. So there's a fun fact that
Is this our
literally
last
nobody
episode
gives a
then?
fuck about.
Oh, okay.
15 was the other number that I had. So we've already more than doubled that one. So yeah, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody's weeks and all that good stuff?
I don't think I ever had a basketball jersey number higher than 2 because at least when we played in house, we would
It would go by
the smaller
size.
sizes,
Yeah.
smaller sizes of the jerseys get like the lower number. So yeah, I didn't make it past 2.
Wait, actually, I have a question about that. I may have asked you guys this before, but do certain positions get certain numbers, or is the assigning of numbers just completely arbitrary?
Usually for basketball, it doesn't really matter. But like, kind of like what Harsh was saying, when you're like younger, like it goes by size. So like smalls are like single digit, and then the teens are like medium. Like you know,
For my like house basketball, they let you choose your number. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it was just me that had that. At least when I got older. Maybe when I was younger, it was just I don't remember actually choosing my number.
but I know for football, in both terms of the word, American and otherwise, usually the numbers mean something. I know for American football, there's like ranges that like in NFL certain players are supposed to have, and then in soccer they don't really. The numbers should have like a meaning, but some teams do it differently. I don't know. The numbers are kind of the positions in soccer. It's weird.
Yeah, like usually it goes from like 1 to 11. Oh, I think in the old days it used to be 1 to 11. So then like you'd know if you're number 2, you're the right back, and like or like you're the center back, and like number 10 or like 9 or like the attackers and stuff. But I think modern day now, like I think the only numbers that people really care about are like number 10, the number 9, and then after that it's like whatever the fuck you want to be. But back in the day, it used to like be like the only low numbers. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the fucking one of the best players for Liverpool is number 66. So like that shit got thrown out the window mad hard.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Haran, how was your week?
My week was fine. I don't think anything of note really happened. Yeah, school got tough again this week, and I think it'll be tough again until I finish in like 3 weeks. But yeah, just grinding it out really.
3 weeks though, that's not long.
It's not long, yeah. There's only like a couple more problem sets left for each class, and I only have like I think one true exam. Or I have 2 exams left. So it's not. Yeah, it's just take it day by day.
Oh yeah, how'd the last one go? The one last week.
Yeah, I had a term exam this past weekend, and I got a 96 on that. But like, it wasn't like I think everyone did pretty well. Like, it wasn't too hard.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There, fucker.
Okay, dude.
Yeah. Everybody. Yeah.
A+
I
over
don't
here.
know. I don't know how I did on my math quiz yet, but I think we'll get that back soon. But I felt pretty good about that one. The class I'm doing poorly is fluids, and that's actually what I want to specialize in. So that's not looking good. But yeah, hopefully I can pull that back before the quarter ends.
Bro, that's how me and Tarun felt in college. We both did a CS minor, and consistently CS is our hardest class, and then we both end up doing now basically CS jobs. So it happens, I guess.
So that'll
be
lesson
fair,
to whenever you fail a class, that's actually your best quality. Like that's what you're gonna do your job.
I wouldn't say it's your best quality, it just happens.
It's just the quality.
Yeah.
I think I write good code now, maybe. Possibly. Probably not. Never mind. I probably don't.
Yeah, it's fine. Like working in CS is not as bad as taking CS classes, but because the projects in school are just so stupid and irrelevant to anything in the industry,
Speaking of that, did you guys ever fail classes when you were younger? I mean, I doubt you probably did, but
I probably failed back when we had OGSN,
The fuck is that?
So before, I don't know what grade they changed it, but
I think it was like
when you're younger,
third grade.
when you're younger, you have on your report card like OGSN, which stands for outstanding, good, satisfactory, or needs
Oh.
improvement.
Okay.
What's the last
Yeah, I
one?
didn't
I
have
got-
that shit.
Needs improvement.
Oh, I heard nincompoop, bro. I was like, what?
Wait,
It's kind of on the nose.
Harsha, what was the math that we took freshman year of high school, right after geometry? What is that?
Algebra 2.
Yeah, I didn't do well in my class then, but I think it was because of my teacher. I didn't do well in algebra 2.
Mhm.
But then what's after algebra 2? Pre-calc?
Pre-calc.
Pre-calc, yeah.
Yeah, then calculus came through and I popped the fuck off. But what even was algebra 2? What did we do in algebra 2?
Trig. I think like learn about functions and shit. I actually don't even remember. It's a good
It
question.
was hard, bro. I hated
Oh,
algebra 2.
shit.
Pre-calc
dude,
was
they-
so hard for me, dude. Oh my god.
Same.
Bro, at my school, they had 2 pre-calc courses. They had trig and functions, and you couldn't take them at the same time. And then you could go on to the APs after you took that. I don't know because I think I took them both my junior year. I don't know what the fuck I took sophomore year, because I was supposed to take. So at my school, you're supposed to take algebra 2, freshman year, and then you take geometry, or something like that. But I tested out of algebra 2, so I took geometry first semester, freshman year. In it.
Big guy.
Yeah, because I clearly do math now. But but once I got to pre-calc, like doing functions and all that shit, this lady was just pissing me off. I actually really liked her as a person, but her teaching style was so ass. And she would never teach you the shortcuts on the fucking calculator. So like, how the fuck am I supposed to get this shit to work if I don't know how to get there? Just fucking help me. But yeah.
Damn.
I looked up a curriculum for algebra 2, and it's like irrational numbers and like roots and shit, rationalization of like denominators, imaginary numbers, complex.
Dang, we did that in
numbers.
algebra
fucking-
too. I remember doing that
yeah.
in pre-calc. Dang, I never did.
I guess
I hated algebra 2.
I guess
bro.
it's kind of
And
like
pre-calc.
it's kind of like a that might be like a mesh of algebra 2 and pre-calc, whatever I looked up. But
Mhm.
generally, I fucking hated that shit.
Honestly, I think my problem was that like I just didn't apply myself hard enough in class. I couldn't really like, be bothered with what's
Same.
going on
Oh,
until
that's-
like junior year.
That's
Oh.
also fair, yeah.
Dude,
So, like looking
I
back,
s-
like I'm pretty sure the
still
material
don't
was
do that.
probably pretty easy, and I think like even though even if my teacher was ass, I could have like put the effort outside of class to like like use the textbook and all that shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I think I was just too lazy. Cause
Yeah, but at that point,
complacency.
like, you never really needed to learn how to study until then, I think. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was
completely.
very complacent coming into high
Mhm.
school.
Another thing for me is that I didn't know how to study until like maybe junior or senior year, or maybe even when I got to college. Like freshman year, if I didn't understand it in class and I tried studying at home, there's no way I actually made any progress, bro. Because I didn't know how to study. Like I didn't know how my own brain worked. You know what I mean? Because I think before I used to like go through textbooks and I'm like, oh, this is the the formula, the reasoning that they explain in the fucking textbook. But that means absolutely dog shit, dude. Like
Yeah. It'd be
you
like
gotta,
the homework would just be like straight up the examples from the textbook, like different numbers, and be like,
Yeah,
oh, it's
exactly.
exactly what I need to look at. But if
But,
they actually understand the material, we actually get nothing out of it.
if I just watched like a couple YouTube videos and did like only practice problems, I probably would have done so much better in high school. But yeah.
Yeah, I did a thing where like you get assigned, let's just say you get assigned like 1 through 24 or something like that. Motherfucker, I did the evens because I just wrote down the answers to the odds, bro. Like I couldn't be fucking bothered, dude. And sometimes I would be like, oh yeah, dude, I had trouble with like 8, 10, and 12. Like I'm not really sure what happened. And then the teacher would be like, oh, so you got 13 and that was the hardest one. I was like, uh-huh. Yep.
Yo, what the
So-
fuck was up with textbooks? They never had the answers for even ones. They always had it for odd. You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about? I don't understand that. Why?
It's for people like Christian.
Yeah, so you couldn't just fucking skate around by never doing your homework. Because that's the thing that pissed me off is so much of your grade became about homework. Like, listen,
That's a
if
good
I
thing,
don't do
though.
the homework and I understand the shit, like, you can't dock me that much. I mean, that wasn't really the case, so that didn't apply to me, but like, I feel like if you're able to prove the concept, you should not be docked as much. I don't know.
Mm.
That's a personal take. But going back to my original point, I don't know if I told you guys about when I got mono, which was in
What?
6th grade.
You never
Yeah.
told us that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got mono in 6th grade. Fuck, who knows why? Literally, no clue. But I failed Spanish actually that year, and then I went to Spain. So I want to say to that teacher that she can go fuck herself because she didn't give me the opportunity. I was out of school for a month, and she
Yeah.
didn't give me the opportunity to make up some of the work. So she's like, "All right, you just failed." I was like, "All
Wait,
right,
tell her to go
well,
fuck
what the
herself
fuck?"
in Spanish.
No,
Wait, why? Why not?
because that'll prove her point.
Wait, what is it? Fuck like joder? I think I don't know.
Yeah,
They.
yeah.
That's
How do you
from Game of
conjugate that
Thrones.
shit though? They
No,
joder.
bro. I'm not wasting my time on that. I'm a pure soul, you know.
Fair. Use the language the way it was meant to be.
Wait, so the
Yeah,
guy from
fucking
Game of
bitch.
Thrones was just saying "fuck" every time?
But I don't know. I don't get the reference.
Wait,
So we
oh,
don't.
I
We didn't watch
Wait, I
the
guess
show.
you two
Can-
didn't watch
Can you
it. Yeah,
explain?
fuck, you guys
Yeah.
watch it. Now there's a guy. Oh, Harsh, you want to explain? I forget like what he really is. Like he's just like a giant guy, right?
Yeah,
Only-
so there's this giant in Game of Thrones who his only dialogue is Hodor or whatever.
okay.
He just says that word over and over and over again. I mean, you find out later
That he's
in the show
Spanish.
that he had some like traumatic like childhood experience where he said like an actual phrase and then it over time just became Hodor. So then
That's so sad.
That's kind of fire though.
If you could use one phrase to say every single time, but like you could use like you want to choose a word that like has like if you say it differently, like it'll have the same like a different meaning. You know what I mean? Like what word would you choose?
Let's use shit or fuck.
Yeah, I feel
How
like
would you say? How would you use "fuck" in like a good sense? Like if you were like praising him
Fuck!
for some. I don't know what I would choose. I need to think of a versatile word.
I mean, it's kind of a bullshit question, so you don't actually have to answer this. I was just thinking.
Oh no! Wait, have you met us?
I think
because
I feel like to a big cock.
Why would I pick that?
That's just your go-to word.
It is. It is not.
You
It is
cocker.
I mean, if you're thinking about versatile words, I think if I just said nice all the time, it would do the job.
But how would you say nice in like a fuck kind of way?
Nice.
Wait, what?
Like oh fuck, like but how would you say that like with nice?
Oh, nice.
you can't say oh though.
Bro,
Alright, change the
what
topic.
are we
Change the
saying, man?
topic. Change the topic.
Wait, no, wait.
Fucking
we
hard
had
shit.
this- Wait. At college, at school, we had this. Like, we did this once where I asked, like, yo, let's
Oh.
only use, like, one word to communicate or something
Fuck.
like that. I said, like,
Yeah.
let's only use one word or, like, 3 words. It was so stupid. I forget what happened with that. But
I think we got like a couple hours into it, and we were like, "This is probably one of the stupidest things we've ever fucking
The
done."
boys didn't talk to each other at all.
I think that is yes.
And look at
It's
us
exactly
now.
like when we
31
try to
weeks of
compliment each
talking. Oh,
no, go ahead.
and I think it's saying bullshit.
I was.
No.
You go ahead.
Okay. Someone else changed the topic, bro. I can't be bothered.
All right,
Hodor.
Harsha, describe your week in 3 words.
Hodor.
Okay, you don't actually have to use 3 words. Don't think that hard.
Yeah, I don't even know if I can get to 3.
That was like
I,
6.
I didn't do much.
Okay,
My week was pretty chill. Had a lot of free time. Didn't do much with it. I finished my book though. I
Oh.
finished it today actually because I knew we were gonna talk about it.
What is this?
Wait,
bro,
so it was
like,
fake.
assignment?
That's fake, bro.
You're a fucking procrastinator.
Wait, no,
Yeah,
okay,
I
hold
read-
up. We want like our tasks to be, not like forced. We want it to be.
No, yeah.
no, but
I was
part of
on-
it is forcing you to do it.
I
you
guess,
know?
but like you also want to come like wants to come from a natural place. Is my
Mhm,
point. But you don't want.
It was pretty natural. I had like 2 pages left, and I was like, "Oh shit, I can just finish it right now."
okay.
Okay, so who died?
No one
Hodor.
died.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, actually, it kind of ended ominously. You know, I don't really know, or I wasn't paying attention.
It's not a movie. What are you reading?
Yeah, but he kind of just left it off like, oh, this is the downfall of the human race, and then just like ended it.
So we all die. Is what happened.
Oh,
But he's alive.
what a bitch.
Other than that, I saw Borat 2.
Oh, how was it?
It was like a lot, but it was really funny.
Have you seen Borat 1, right? I'm guessing.
No.
Oh, Borat one's
Dude,
insane
that's
movie.
a classic.
Yeah, I heard that one is better.
It probably was better. I haven't seen.
It
I
was
want to see
still
Borat
pretty
2,
good.
actually. It's on Prime, right?
Mhm.
True.
speaking of shows and movies, I watched a new Netflix TV show called The Queen's Gambit. Have you guys seen that?
I have not.
No,
No,
So
it-
basically, it's about like this. What is she? It might be this. I think it's the 70s. She's in the 70s. It's an orphan, and basically she becomes a chess prodigy, and it's about her like life, I guess. It's not. I don't think it's based on a true story or anything, but it was a really good show. Like, I remember right before I started, I checked Rotten Tomatoes. It got like 97% or something user score. I was like, "Fuck off! There's no way it's that good." And then I watched it, and it was like, that's pretty accurate. Like 97. Like it was like I'd say it was like a 93, 93 for me. But yeah, it was good. You
Any
guys should
like
watch it.
actors that you like we would know, or was it all
So
low-key?
the main girl's from Peaky Blinders. But she was in like a later season, so I never actually saw her. I don't know if there's anyone else that I know. Yeah, I don't know, but they're all good. They're all good actors, though.
So, like, what kind of show is it? Because I imagine it's not just about some bitch learning about chess. So,
That's actually all it's about.
It's kind of like I
So
don't
is
know,
it a drama
It's,
or
it's
like
pretty
a-
hard to describe. I wouldn't say. I don't know if it's a drama, but okay. Have you guys seen fuck the Imitation Game?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Christian?
no.
Okay. Basically, like it follows like her struggles with like chess, but also like her struggles in her personal life through like being an orphan and stuff like that. But they're
Ah,
kind of
yes.
they're combined. Both of them are combined.
I see.
Wait, cut this out if I missed it. But was this? Is this based on a true story? Or
No.
He said
Oh.
no.
oh, okay, I missed that.
Fucking idiot.
I don't,
I'm
I
keeping
don't
that
know
in
what
now.
genre. Maybe I'll look it up. I don't know what genre I would even place it in. It's not like I wouldn't say it's like a full on drama because it's not. I mean, it's dramatic, but it's not like everything is about the drama.
Yeah.
So it's like
So-
is this a one series show or?
Yeah, it's only 7 episodes. Each one is like an hour long, I think.
Does she turn out to be the sacrificial pawn?
Okay, so Google says it's a drama.
Oh, okay.
But
But what the fuck does Google know?
I would say it's like drama, not thriller, but like I don't fucking know, dude.
Wait, does she
fuck it,
stay
fuck it,
like an orphan child the whole show, or does she like grow up?
Hey man.
no, she grows up. She
Spoilers.
grows up. It's like it follows like
Okay.
maybe 10 years in her life.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Listen, man, I'm not trying to watch 7 hours of a fucking orphan, dude. Come on.
Wait, what?
Haram was giving me shit for spoilers, but I'm saying if I'm gonna watch it, I'm not gonna watch 7 hours of an orphan.
Sounds like your usual stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really spoil anything, did I?
No, you didn't. Haram was talking about my question.
Fuck you, Huron.
What the fuck did I do?
Hodor, you Huron.
It's not Hodor, it's Hodor.
You're the whole whore.
You're ruining the language.
So, Turin, is there a season 2 of this show coming out?
He
or
literally
is it
just
over?
fucking said it's one season.
Our listening skills are on point.
I mean,
No.
to be fair though, some shows, they
Yeah, that's why I asked though. I was
Yeah,
like, I was-
exactly. Yeah.
Wait, no,
exactly.
that's why I asked. That's what he said is like a miniseries kind of thing. That's why. And he said, yeah.
it's like a miniseries type of thing, yeah. And I think the ending doesn't like place it up for a second season. So
Hey, you fucking idiot, Harsha. Jesus.
tell him to Hodor.
You fucking Hodor.
Okay.
Hodor off, my guy.
Okay, moving on.
Anyways, a Mandalorian season 2 first episode came out today.
Did you
Question,
watch
did
it?
we watch that together last time?
We watched some of it, yeah, over some Panera. I remember.
Panera. Really?
Damn, he
Mhm.
treated you nice.
When the
We
fuck
Grubhub.
did we get
We
Panera?
we Grubhub Panera because we both ran out of food from home.
Okay, now I remember.
Sounds
That's
about
probably
right.
the only time we ever ordered Panera.
Yeah, man, that was expensive.
Yeah, but Panera's way too expensive for what you get from it. Stupid.
Mhm.
And they also, I don't know if it was just the Blacksburg delivery, but every single time I like, if I not delivery, if I go pick it up, like the fucking like sandwich just falls apart. I don't like get it. Like literally like the breads are separated and like the fucking chicken's like half on, half off. It's like, bro.
It's a do-it-yourself.
And I
service,
ordered
bro.
there at least like 10 times there. I don't know what the hell I'm doing in my life.
Dude, I remember we went there once and the fucking place just looked like shit, and we were like, "Oh, we're never coming back here." I swear, Haran fucking went there after work like the next week or something.
It's because I just got tired of getting the same shit after. Work.
So you went and got shit instead.
Yeah, you know, you gotta mix up the shit options that you have. That's what.
Bro,
that's
they
what
have
life
roots
is like.
now. It's fucking annoying. I'm so mad.
Wait, they
that
actually
we
open?
didn't have roots.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I don't know how long it's been there, but I've seen at least 5 people post on their stories about being at Roots. It fucking pisses me off, man. Roots is so good.
I want some
Arthur's
cake.
telling me that. Oh, okay. You want some cake?
I was gonna say I want some cake, and then I want to go to Shindigs in Richmond.
You just said Arthur was telling me okay.
Arthur's telling me that last week. I don't know why that's so funny. Okay, Arthur's telling me that last week. I can't do it. Oh my god.
Oh.
He was telling me.
Say,
No,
hey, Harsha, I heard.
Okay,
Arthur-
now,
I heard-
now I can stop laughing.
So Harsha, I heard Arthur telling you something. What was it?
Oh, good question, Han. He was telling me that last week at Roots, they had a deal for $6.
She sound like a chicken.
I don't want to say it anymore.
No,
I
wait,
can't
what?
say it. I can't say it.
Your story is cursed.
So what
man.
specifically was Art telling you about the Roots deal, Harsha?
Oh yeah, he was telling me that you can get a $6 bowl last week and double protein.
Damn, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
Did he get one?
yeah, he got one.
Big boy, love it.
Yeah,
He's
Richmond
got-
has
he's
so
got-
many food options.
feed that
compared
ass.
to
I mean, Richmond's a city though. We gotta stop.
Yeah.
That first.
Blacksburg is a city
Yeah.
only in name.
It's no town.
we can count on our fingers how many good restaurants Blacksburg has, because we could just predict whatever Han could get for dinner after work.
Oh yeah, that was one of our favorite games. Was to Haran worked twice a week, at least. I don't know, last year and a half or something that he
Yeah,
worked there
two.
at the tutoring center, and we probably could choose between 3 or 4 places like that he would come home with like every time, and we didn't put any money on it, but we'd always bet to see what he would come home with.
Yeah, it was very slim pickings, if you will. Because also
No
I
problem.
got off work at like 9, so like, a lot of like the other places would be closed by then. So like my options were even more limited. So
But also, he's a creature of nature, and he doesn't like to try new things. So he would just, if he likes something at one place, that fucker is gonna come back.
whoa. I thought I diversified pretty. Like, I like went
No.
to Qdoba. I went to Chipotle. I went to Panera. I went to Meze when it opened. I would what else did I go to? Panda. That's I guess I cut down on Panda as well. That's like 5 options. That's not that bad.
Tropical smoothie too sometimes.
Yeah. Throw it in the mixer. If I wasn't that hungry, I'd go for chocolate smoothie. They're panini or no, what's it called? They're flatbreads, I think. Yeah, they're the tropical smoothie flatbread. They're pretty nice.
But I'm saying, like, this fucker will never come home with Taco Bell or McDonald's or something like that. Like,
Yeah, I
that
don't fuck with
is-
fast food. It fucks my stomach up sometimes. But even like this is still considered fast food. But like Taco Bell,
Yeah.
McDonald's, like nah, it doesn't agree with me.
But you hadn't even eaten Taco Bell before college.
Yeah, but when I got to college, I went like a couple times with you guys. But like, I mean,
Yeah, but when you're younger, see, this is what you have to do when you have kids. You have to feed your kids Taco Bell so they build a resistance up to it. So by the time that they're older, they won't have any problems eating it.
Yeah, and they can actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
I had a
They go
lot of
through the
McDonald's
pain.
growing up. I ate a lot of McDonald's, but I think I've told like almost everyone this many times. But it's the McDonald's documentary, the Supersized Me one. I think I talked about this in the fast food episode, but yeah, that documentary just like messed up like the way I perceived McDonald's like in their food. So after that, like I only really eat their fries. I feel like I try not to go there.
I think that documentary inspired me to eat more McDonald's.
I mean, I
Especially-
heard that documentary was like a little fake, like here and there. So like,
Yeah.
it's not like completely
Yeah,
legit.
yeah.
But I think just like
And-
seeing what I saw like at a young age, like I think they made us watch it in like
Yeah,
fourth grade or
and
something.
health.
Yeah,
Mm.
like super young, and I was just like, okay, yeah. When
Yeah,
after
skip
that,
that
like no
shit.
more road trips, to McDonald's anymore.
Nah, and then the app makes you go even more. They got so many deals on that.
The other day, I was actually heavily craving Qdoba, which I didn't think would happen, to be honest,
Cap.
for like the next 6 years. But
Were you craving charcoal?
charcoal,
No.
nah,
Bro.
dude, the days that the chicken was good at Qdoba was a good day.
so
man.
like basically never. I feel like.
I've never
but
been there when
that's
it was
why
good.
he's- What? No. There was a few.
That's
times,
cap. No.
There was
Dude,
a
chicken-
decent number of times where it wasn't burnt to hell. Like it was.
The
nice
days
and
when the guac
juicy.
weren't like light green as shit. Those are the days I was like, okay, maybe Qdoba would be good today.
No, so Qdoba has like the chicken has like 3 different forms, okay? I can deal with 2 of the forms. The juicy chicken, yo, that shit hits, right? I don't mind the slightly burned chicken. Like the slightly burned chicken, I'm good with. Which is to me, that's what it was most of the time was the slightly burned. But
Yeah, more,
when you're
more
actually-
to say charred, you know, it's like a more charred.
it was a borderline. I won't
It was
give
a
it.
borderline offense, bro. I should not be eating that.
but the days when it was like having black pebbles in your bowl, that was nah.
Also,
And-
we should probably put a disclaimer. This we're talking about the on campus Qdoba at Tech, so it's like it is like student workers
Yeah.
there as well. So
Yeah.
like they're giving like as much effort as you or the expected student worker to give at a job.
Yeah,
like
it's not
that.
their fault. So like
And
you know, when
they're
they
also
go
working
take a
like
vape
crazy.
break-
They're working like consistently
Yeah.
for like 6 hours. This is ridiculous, honestly, that they have to work. through.
Yeah. But, you know, I still have high standards, so they can start off. But but that one actually drove the other one to go out of business, the one that was off campus, because nobody went there.
Yeah.
But the problem I had with Qdoba was the chips, because sometimes the chips would be really good, but then there were other times either the chips were stale, or whoever was fucking mixing the salt into the chips would take literally a fucking entire brick of salt, just throw it in there. And literally there have been times where I would scoop up a chip and it would just look like a fucking salt crystal
Yeah.
was forming on the chip. I
The
wish I
queso
was
was nice, though.
exaggerating.
Queso was so good.
No, the queso was fire. That's the only reason I got the chips is because I got the queso. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Qdoba. Overall, it's a 6.5 to 7 for me, the one on campus. But I understand if you don't like charred chicken.
I also want cookout. I'm craving cookout.
Mm.
There's no goddamn cookouts here, man.
Oh, I don't want to hear it, bro. I literally have to drive for 12 hours to go to a cookout.
Is cookout just a thing of the South, or
Yeah.
Actually, let me
It's
look
not even
it
just
up.
the South. It's just like that area, like Virginia, the Carolinas. I think. I'll look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's just like that Atlantic region.
You think the closest cookout is either UVA or VCU?
no? I feel like there's probably one closer. I feel like maybe in
Yeah,
like,
dude, like-
on 50 somewhere.
In Winchester, Virginia, bro.
Fredericksburg, Plank Road, but that's 45 miles away. Jesus Christ!
Oh, that's a 95 age, but you don't want to go there.
All right, next time we go to UVA or VCU.
Oh, yo, there's a cookout in Delaware, bro. All right. While I make my way to the fucking Dover, Delaware cookout, I'm gonna take a little break. We'll be right back. All right, guys. Yeah, I did not make it to Delaware. I crashed and died, but I reincarnated back here at home. So we're just gonna continue
Thanks to
the
his
podcast. But all right, so does anybody have an interesting topic? Sometimes discussion. And
Yeah, I do have that.
which
What the
one?
fuck?
So yeah, I already talked about art, but he's he's my friend who goes to med school at VCU. So last week in class, he was learning about poop tablets. So basically,
So is that like an
Earlier-
iPad that's covered in shit? Or like-
no. So earlier, when people had stomach issues, the way
Hmm.
they would treat it was they would take the poop of someone who's healthy and then make the sick person, they eat their shit basically as a pill, and that would cure them.
Why?
What?
Because the healthy person has like good stomach bacteria, so
Mhm.
you want to put that in the sick person to help them fight off whatever stomach problem they're having.
Mhm.
But can't you just take the
So-
bacteria without eating the shit?
No,
Okay.
I guess not. It has to come from the stomach.
Harsha, if you were
Right.
sick, right, and you needed to do this, would you rather?
Yeah.
And I was healthy. Would you rather eat my shit
Oh,
or a
God.
random person's shit?
Oh, I thought this was going a LeBron route.
If I had to eat someone's,
Yeah,
probably yours.
yeah. I would say the
Yeah.
same. I'd rather eat shit of somebody I know than
Yeah, but I'm
Random
not trying to
shit.
eat I'm not trying to eat the supersize me person shit. You know,
yeah.
I'd rather eat someone I know who eats someone nicely.
But wouldn't it be awkward like next time you see them?
Oh, I'd be like, nice.
Bring it full circle.
Plus, you know, I don't eat beef, so I can't be eating someone else's shit who's shit out beef. That's just against the rules.
But what if you
Oh my god. Ron, would you eat my shit?
What?
Bitch.
Ron, have you been listening at all?
Yeah.
So would you?
Would I eat your shit?
As opposed to a random person's shit. If you were
Yeah.
sick,
I mean, I trust you, so yeah.
I would bet.
Yeah.
Hey, get you some friends that eat your shit, bro.
Oh, no.
We got our quote for the week.
This is fucking nasty. I hope people don't think we're weird.
It's too late. for
Oh,
that.
that's happened a long time ago. I don't think we have to worry about that changing.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been here from episode 1 to now episode 31.
Why?
Why? Yeah.
But also, you're talking to absolutely no one.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, if you're one of these people, because I see the numbers, I know who you are, you fucking weirdos. And you go back and you listen to every episode like consecutively over like a week or something. Like, how are you not tired of this? I myself could probably only listen to like 3 episodes in a row before I'm like, all right, shut the fuck up. But
Well, don't say
You know
that.
what?
We
Props
want
to
them
you.
listen, bro. We want them to keep listening.
hey, no, I'm just saying, like,
We're
for
just
your own
trying to
mental
understand
health,
what's
like,
going on in
limit
their
it to
head,
like
you
4
know?
episodes a day, please.
So, did y'all see what Kim Kardashian posted this week?
Oh, speaking of shit talkers, all right, let's go.
So essentially, it was Kim Kardashian's 40th birthday, and she took her family and I guess a small group of people. I did air quotes for people that clearly are not watching. And
You mean everyone?
yeah, and essentially she posted saying, after 2 weeks of multiple health screens and asking everyone to quarantine, I surprised my closest inner circle with a trip to a private island where we could pretend things were normal just for a brief moment in time. And Twitter, accepted that very well, and everyone was really happy for, the Kardashian family and everything.
As usual.
Of course, fucking not. Yeah, she got mean hard, and she as soon as she posted that, she tried to get ahead of the storm coming, and she said, I realize that for most people, this is something that is out of reach right now. So moments like these, I'm humbly reminded of how privileged my life is. Which also Twitter they took it really graciously, and they're like, wow, like that's really nice that she said that, came out and said that, of course. But yeah, I just came up with really good memes about people just like copying her caption, and then like someone put that and they just posted a picture of the house from Parasite, and yeah, it was just a lot of good memes from that. But
I saw another Kardashian meme today. It was a picture of all like the sisters and the mom in Dodgers jerseys holding baseballs, and then it was a screenshot of that picture and a text underneath saying the first time all the Kardashians are holding white balls.
Oh boy. Oh, did you guys, this kind of has to do with sports, but not, I don't know, kind of does, kind of doesn't. Did you read the report about all of the owners, like where their donations go and everything
Owners of
of like the major sports teams and everything?
no, I've not read it. No.
So I didn't read all of it, 21st century media consumption, but you read the gist of it. Basically, this is a girl who works for ESPN, Malika Andrews. She's fucking fire reporter. And she did a bunch of research and found that the majority of owners who like have been supporting all these like human rights issues like LGBTQ, like Black Lives Matter, that kind of stuff, they'll pledge support for that, but they'll also fund like Republican candidates. So I think it was something like 65 to 70% of all political donations made by sports team owners went to Republican candidates, which is kind of upsetting, especially in the NBA, where like they literally stopped a playoff game or playoff games for a day for Black Lives Matter. And then the owners are just like, oh, yes, absolutely. And then
What
go
is
behind their backs.
this? Might be a serious question because I don't actually know. But what is the Republican stance on Black Lives Matter? Like, is there a party stance, or is it just like by like how Republican you are? I don't know, like what the scale is here.
I feel like
I don't think
it's not a
no idea.
Republican thing. It's like a Trump thing. You know what I mean? Like if you're anti BLM, I feel like most of the time, you're more a Trump supporter. Whereas I feel like, actually, I don't know if I'm really like, educated enough to speak on this anyway. But I just don't want to pinhole all Republicans for hating black people essentially. Whereas I feel like
Yeah.
it's more Trump that creates like the hysteria around it being like anti BLM, like all lives matter BS.
Yeah.
If you get what
No,
I'm
I
saying.
was just like generally wondering because
I think the like what you're saying about Trump being anti BLM is right, but I feel like the all lives matter thing is kind of more Republican because they are like a general Republican is more accepting of the fact that they deserve equality, but they don't think that they should be getting this special treatment to achieve it. If that makes sense.
right, because like
I mean,
Republicans are like against like immigration, so they don't want like more people coming into the country. Like they want to fend for
Right.
themselves, and like yeah, I get that. I just didn't
But,
know
like-
what like their stance against BLM is, if there
But
is
like
one.
they're also marginalizing like women, like in kind of a lot of their policy stuff, like with the abortion kind of,
Yeah.
without getting into all of that. So I feel like it is more of a white male driven thing where it's kind of like they're not actively trying to raise themselves up, but they're subliminally like not making it easy for other people to reach the same level. I don't know. I don't want to say all Republicans are bad because they're not, but yeah, it's just tough.
Yeah, I think some of them also preach like the Blue Lives Matter stuff, like
Mhm.
stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know, I think in that report I saw that the New York Giants owner was the one that contributed the most to Republican donations.
It was like 13, or it was might be higher than that, but it was a large percentage of all of the Republican donations were from one guy, which is
Yeah.
that guy.
Okay, so the
So-
report I'm reading right now is saying that NFL owners have donated millions to election cycle to Republicans who specifically disapprove of the protests. So like
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
yeah, that's clear that that's fucked.
Well, here's what I say, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we said this when BLM was at its height, like a few months ago. But all those brands and companies that posted, a fucking
Yeah.
black square and said, "Hey, it's important that like the BLM voice is louder than ours right now, and so we'll be
Mm-hmm.
stopping this and doing that and closing business, whatever. I already knew a lot of that shit was just cap, man. Like, and
They
it
just do it to
sucks.
fit in.
Yeah, exactly, and it sucks because the companies that were doing it for real, they get drowned out, and
Yeah.
it's just aggravating, honestly.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. I saw a talk show talk about this very briefly, and like a lot of people think, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong, this is kind of just what they were talking about, where that Republicans, like their ideals and their policies are designed to keep the rich richer and not provide as many resources to the like disadvantaged and that kind of stuff. And so when you are a billionaire and you are rich, why would you actively go against something that is helping you? And I think that's what's really tough because
Yeah, like you have your own self-interest.
right, going against something that will positively affect you for the greater good of people that honestly you'll never meet and you don't interact with because you're just in a completely different social sphere. That takes a lot. And I'm not saying that they're bad because they don't do it, but like the fact that they don't, I guess, look out for other people. I mean, we've talked about empathy when we talked about stuff like this before, and even with like Tarif and everything, where not in your own situation, you can have a different outlook. So, yeah, it's just, I don't want to make excuses for their actions, but I'm kind of just giving a reason as to why they're not as motivated, I guess.
How are you gonna look after us when you're rich and famous?
Yeah, if I get there, bro. But I think some of those people have the mindset like, if I could make it to being a billionaire, then everyone should be able to do it. But they're not taking into account the circumstances that everyone else is in
Yeah.
that play a role in it.
So I'm reading
That's
also, the Browns are the second largest political donators for the Republicans, I think. Or yeah,
Fuck it, really? Dog pound, man. Fuck. I didn't know that. That's kind of sad.
I mean, I don't know if this is legit or not, but it's the first thing I saw.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, but we have. They started a Cleveland sports union thing for social change or something like that. So they're doing something, I guess.
That's the thing I was thinking about, because obviously the first thing I went to is I was looking for Boston sports owners, and I was like, oh, please, God, don't let Robert Kraft be donating like $1 billion to Trump or something.
He's donating a prostitute instead.
Nah, bro, we got cleared. And plus, who doesn't love a good Saturday? Never mind. So the only owner who was on that list was John Henry, and he donated to Biden, which I was like, oh, great. But then I was like, oh, John Henry is still a piece of shit. Fuck.
Hey, don't
Who's
speak about
that?
an owner like that.
Who-
bitch.
He's the
Who's
owner of
that?
the Red Sox, and he also owns
Oh.
Liverpool.
Oh, yeah.
Watch your mouth.
I mean, he does. It's well known that Kraft and Belichick and Brady, well, even though he's not here, still a huge figure here, were kind of not anti-Trump during the 2016 election, and that rubbed people a lot the wrong way. So I was a little anxious to figure out, with these numbers, but as far as we know, we don't know.
We probably already know where Dan Snyder is putting his money, right?
Oh God. Yeah, trying to fight
Idiot.
off all the lawsuits that are filed against his team right now. What's been the progress in that? Like, have they like come up with a statement about like all the investigation and stuff, or not yet?
No, it's probably gonna take a while, especially with COVID, and like you can't do in-person interviews, as easily. I imagine. So it'll probably take some time.
Fucking clown, man. So on a more positive note, how are you guys tasked this week? Did you make any
Ron
progress?
sus.
Did you? Huh?
You asked me about my tasks.
What task did you do this week, Christian?
Wiring.
Cat.
Did we make the same joke last week?
Yeah, we make the same joke every
I'm not
week.
making the same joke every week. I don't give a fuck. Fuck, what are my tasks? Yeah, I've written my script for the fucking Pacers guys video. Honestly, my voice has been kind of going in and out this week, and so I haven't really felt like recording.
Wait, who's the voice?
No, I don't have Rona. Don't you dare! Don't you dare fucking say it. you
I
little
didn't
bitch.
say that. You just said your voice was going in and out. I said, who's your voice?
Moving on.
Actually.
As far as the song is going, I'm having a hard time picking which song. Because
How about
there's, like,
LeBron
3.
James by
God, I hate that song so much. But because she's not here, Emmy released her video like literally 20 minutes before we started recording, which I watched it. It was a really cool video. So she definitely, I can't speak about her Oracle shit, but as far as that goes, she did a good job.
Yay for Emmy.
Shout out Emmy. Ron, you don't care about Emmy though, do you?
Yeah, worst guess we've had. 100%.
Ron, how were your tests?
So my task, if you guys didn't know, was to be more helpful in the kitchen for my mom, because she was going off, or she's been going off since I've been home for quarantine. But yeah, I was not as helpful as I could have been, but like, you know, I definitely made progress as to my usual amount of help, I guess. Because on this past Saturday it was like a religious day basically, and my mom was making like a ton of food for it. So I helped out there and like a lot of the cleaning and also some of the preparation of the food. But yeah, the problem is my mom like gets up at like 6 on Saturday to start like the process, and I usually don't get up till like
6 p.m.
no, I usually don't get up till like like 9:30, 10 maybe, and by then she's like almost already like done with like a majority of it. And
Imagine
also just being
blaming your mom for waking up early to make you food.
I'm not blaming. I never said blame. I just said
Imagine
in terms of
It's
shitting
her
on your
fault,
mom.
you know.
it wasn't shitting on my mom. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, and the other thing is that just being in the kitchen with my mom is like a stressful experience, because she like doesn't give clear instructions of what she wants, and then like I'm like very confused because I'm also borderline useless in everything. So then I just end up asking a lot of questions, and she gets more stressed, and then it just, you know, no one really benefits from that. But I've learned like how to like pick up on some of the things that she's saying when she's not really saying it, you know.
Mhm.
So like I'm getting better, I guess, at understanding
That
her
chemistry?
language. Yes.
Yo, can you make a pizza though?
I warmed up pizza today, so no.
Warmed up? You said that
It was
so
just fun.
proudly.
No, it was just funny because you asked about pizza, but I did have pizza today. We have not made pizza in a while, actually.
Yeah,
So-
for those that don't know, last time I was at Haran's house, we made homemade pizza with like these pre-made doughs that you can buy like at Trader Joe's, and
That rhymed.
I don't think that they had done it before.
No, we did it.
And-
We've done it like maybe like once or twice before, I think.
Okay,
But it had
but
been a while. It had been a while.
basically, Haran's mom asked Haran to roll the dough out, and for the life of him, he couldn't figure out what the fuck to do. And so basically, I rolled out all of the doughs and made them work, and his mom was very impressed.
It's just hard.
It
It's hard.
was actually pretty hard, so I don't want to act like it was, you know, an
It's like
easy
hard to
task.
like make it
This
like
was
to stretch it out. 'Cause you don't know how thin you can make it either. But
but it turned out well.
yeah,
so-
the pizza was really good.
and then I gave Haran some pointers, so hopefully next time they make pizza, he'll be the sus chef.
How about you, Harsha?
Yeah, so my task or goal for last week was to finish my book that I had 12 pages in, and I did it. It was great. It took 5 months, but I finished the book, so looking for another book to read for the next 6 months of my life.
What would you rate the book out of 10?
Like a 7. It was a little slow, especially in the
Are
beginning.
you sure you weren't a little slow?
I was slow because the book was a little boring.
Does this entice you to want to read more?
No, but I think I should. I'll
probably
still
the
try
right
to
answer.
read, you know. it felt nice to do it, but it wasn't interesting, like that interesting while I was doing it.
The next book you choose should like spark. You should like give you inspiration to spark a discussion with us. You know, that'd be fun.
Hmm.
So pick
Let's write a
pick
book.
wisely.
So a book club thing, yeah.
No, but then like you read it and like you have all the knowledge.
So
and
I'm
then-
presenting it to you guys.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it's like you get enough
yeah.
knowledge for us to like have like a nice discussion about
Okay.
something, you know, like theoretical or something. you
Wait,
know?
we should do that with everyone. We should like next month, right?
We all get like one book and then
yeah,
every
like
week
we tell
like,
everyone,
yeah.
even
That's
the
actually a good
listeners,
idea.
even the listeners, we tell everyone to get one book. We decide on a book, and we all read it together.
Oh, I was saying something different, but
Oh,
yeah,
I
that
thought it
works
was
too.
different books.
I was saying like each week we'll have like a 10-minute discussion of like the book that we had read, but like we'll each of us will have 1 week like to read a book and then like we'll like talk about it or like we'll like talk about something cool from the book.
But I feel
you
like
know?
if we all read the same book, then we'll be able to have a
No, I get
like,
that
a
too,
thorough
but
discussion.
if we have 4 books, then that's like 4 times the knowledge we gain.
But we're gonna have to speak on it. Like we're not gonna have actual conversations. You're just gonna tell us what it's about, and I'll be like, "Oh, that's
No,
cool.
but I'm saying we're not like summarizing the book. My idea
It's
was,
like a concept.
a
yeah,
concept show and tell, essentially."
yeah, essentially. Like I mean, I'm like even if we choose a book that no one's read, I'm sure that if it's like it depends on what kind of book it is, I'm guessing.
Mhm.
But if we choose like a book that's good enough for us like to have a discussion about it, we don't all have to read it. Someone can just read it and like maybe like talk about a couple points they made and like what they think, and then we can have a
Mhm.
discussion from there. You know, it'd just be something cool to spice it up.
I'm done.
Hey, listen, I got no access to no books. I mean, it's not like I
Yeah,
live
me
with a
too.
librarian or anything, but like,
You just illegally download them.
oh, I cannot do ever so much such thing, my dude.
Oh, okay, yeah, me neither.
What the fuck is it?
You know what? But if that is the decision, I will find a way.
We'll discuss about this more, and then we'll make an actual decision next podcast. We'll say that.
Yeah, poor guest is just gonna fucking listen to us yell about what books we're gonna read, but it's gonna be a good one, so tune in. All right, Taskmaster Tarun. How was your?
Taskmaster.
Game Master.
Yeah. So my
How'd your
tasks,
shit go?
My tasks from last week were to finish the last 2/5 of my book, and I was also planning on releasing an Instagram filter. So I finished my book, which was, I think there was like 150 pages left. And I basically just like split it between 2 days, but it was really good. I would say probably like an 8.5 out of 9 or 8.5 out of 10.
I'm just doing crazy fractions.
You just don't want to say 3 out of 5.
Oh god. Fuck you. Hodor.
It's Hodor.
Hodor. No, it was a really good book.
Hodor.
It's called The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. The way I
It's a fire
found the
name.
book was just like, or the way the book
Yeah.
Absolutely.
the way the book was structured was a lot like, honestly, like a David Dobrik vlog. I was thinking about this last night because I wanted to talk about it here. But the book, he sort of jumps in between stories left and right, and at the end of the story there's like a punchline, much like David Dobrik's vlogs. Like he does like really fast cuts where like he tells like one portion of a story and then there's like a punchline and then he cuts to the next part. And so like in the book the punchline was like a good piece of information relating to like habits, which is what the book was all about, like either building them or fixing bad habits. So I don't know, it was just a really useful piece of literature. Yeah, that was good. And then the Instagram filter, yeah, that didn't happen. But that's my goal for this week. Well, actually, I bought another book, so maybe, and that one's way shorter, so maybe I'll finish that one too this week.
Oh, you're too big for your britches now, book reader.
What book is this one?
So it's called The Alchemist.
Oh wait, no, I've not heard of it.
I don't really even know fully what it's about. I know it's like an adventure type book, but it's just like a great story. So I figured, I'll pick that up because this past one was like, I guess, like self-help, if you want to call it that. And I wanted more fiction, so
True. It's nice to mix it up like that.
yeah.
All right, Christian, bring it on.
Okay. So last night, because today is a Friday and all like new music for the most part comes out at midnight on Thursdays, last night I sat down for the first time in a long time and kind of did nothing. And I listened to music, new music. I listened to 3 albums. I listened to the new Made in Tokyo album. Very up and down, I'll say that. I listened to the new Trippie Redd album, which is 25 songs, which is honestly, I really don't recommend most of it. But this will come as a surprise, I believe. But I listened to the new Ariana Grande album. It's actually, I like it. But there was just a lot of problems with the Made in Tokyo album and the Trippie Redd album. Not just like the songs were bad, they were just like technically not very good. Like the mixing was off on some of them. Some of the production was really bad. Although Made in Tokyo did a song with fucking J Balvin. The song was fire. That was like J Balvin went off. Shit was hype. Actually, the first song that I listened to because it was the first real song on that album. It was really really good. So that got me thinking about a little bit of inspiration. So hopefully by the end of this coming week, before we record, if we record on Friday, I don't know, something happens with guests sometimes, but the song will be out it'll be on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer. I don't know what the fuck that is, but that's an option apparently. I don't know, a shit ton of places. I'll make it more known by then, hopefully.
What's the song called?
And I don't have that answer right now.
Can you call it Hodor?
No.
You can call it Iya.
I think no. I think if I stick with the song that I'm choosing right now, the song will be called Stuck, but that's not 100% certain yet.
My favorite
Step
category.
Bro.
Exactly.
Alright, that's it. I'm scrapping that song. The song's never coming out. But yeah, that's my main goal, and my second goal is I don't know. Oh, I've been working on a lot of anger management issues that I've had. So I've been doing a lot of deep breathing and ritual kind of things. So, just being more level-headed.
You angry?
So that's
I've never seen you really angry.
Oh, it doesn't materialize to anything.
But
Watch this
Well,
man
it's
play
all-
FIFA, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that's like a separate kind of anger. Like that's just
That is my anger,
Stupid.
like all in one, just playing that game.
that's like a childish anger. I feel like the playing FIFA. But yeah, so continuing my deep breathing and those kinds of calming things. So passing it over to Harsha, who has the best breathing I've ever heard.
Thank you. So for this week, I'm probably gonna steal Haran's goal.
lame.
You
I did say I
bitch.
was gonna do that. I did say I was gonna do that last week.
Yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm.
And actually today, what reinforced this decision was my mom was telling me.
Hey,
that
help
she's
me
looking
out.
Forward.
Oh.
No, mom was telling me that she's looking forward to the weekend, and I was like, "But why? Like, nothing really changes, right? We're all just home, and it's not like we do anything special on the weekends." And she was like, "Yeah, but you and your brother wake up 4 or 5 hours later than you do on the weekdays, so that's less food that I have to make you eat." So I was like, "Yeah." Then that kind of made me feel really bad. So I'm going to be trying to help this weekend.
Did your brother help out?
Jesus.
Nah, he helps her when she's baking. I think. Like I don't even do that. So
True.
To be fair, my mom. This is sound really bad. She asked me today, like, "Oh, what do you want for dinner?" And then I was like, "Mom, make whatever takes the least amount of time for you." and she said it would take less time if you just told me what you wanted. And then I was like,
It's kind of fire.
okay. And then I just told her something, and then she's like, okay. And then she's like, when are you gonna make dinner? And I was like, I won't make dinner, but I can order pizza. So maybe I'll make dinner.
Yeah, that's solid.
Dude, you know what's crazy?
What?
Pizza.
We're becoming better people. Isn't that insane? Because of each other.
Oh
You
my
think about that?
god.
You think
All right,
about
Haram, what are your
Shut the
tests?
fuck up. My task is to become a more efficient coder because not coder.
Coder.
I was gonna say it.
That's
man.
what I said. I was like, wait, that sounds like.
He's the most efficient hoder, but he wants to be a better coder.
My task for this week is to become a more efficient coder. Does that sound better? It still sounds like coder to me.
You ruined the word, man.
All right, which one? Wait, third time's the charm. My task this week is to become a more efficient coder because the last 2 days I've spent working on my math homework on MATLAB, and this week's assignment was all computational, and oh my god, it was just a pain in the ass. I was just like writing the most inefficient code, like creating way too many loops that I need to, and so yeah, I just want to become better at that. So I save myself like a lot more time, especially with debugging errors and stuff. But yeah, that's my task for the week.
How can I gauge your improvement? Do I have to just take your word for it?
Yeah, if I'm like less
Okay.
angry, you'll know why. I was actually like screaming at my computer last night. I was so pissed off. I couldn't be
You want
bothered.
to take my You want to take my test too?
Yeah, maybe I should become better at anger management. But that's what my mom has been saying that since like quarantine started, that my anger management is like horrible. But that's because she
Well, I
hears me
think-
playing FIFA in the basement, and I just start screaming or like COD. Because either game will just induce rage because when the game's not going your way, that's usually how I react, at least for me. But yeah, I'm trying to control that too. I guess that's my other task, become better at controlling my anger. But I only get angry at sports and video games, so it's not like a big range of things.
Some would say that those are two things that are irrelevant in the rest of the world.
Or I guess coding
Some
as
would
well
say.
now, so that's a third thing to add to the
That
list.
Oh,
happens
okay.
to
Well, that
everyone.
one's
I don't think you can code and like enjoy it. Like I don't know anyone that codes and enjoys it. Do you guys?
psychopaths, hoders.
I think if I was good at it, I'd enjoy it. Okay, what? This is going too
Mhm.
far, but yeah.
Okay, so we'll report back next week, and hopefully we'll have some, I don't know, material to show you guys.
But we'll have a
But-
great guest to salvage whatever is left of that podcast. Next
Okay,
week's
yeah, we're not
podcast.
gonna cap. We don't even know who the fuck the guest is at this moment, but we can guarantee that they're gonna be a really good guest because we have a lot in mind. So,
Because Christian wants to promote his song. But yeah, that too.
dude, at the rate's going, it won't even be out by next week if you heard my progress from last week. But yeah, that's all the time that we have for this week. Thanks for joining on with episode 31. Thanks for participating in the Halloween costume. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we can't wait to see you guys in 2 weeks. All right, bye.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
Bye.